what he'd tell you to do.
I got a little opening, I guess the opening monologue thing, like it's like we used to do, which was, I think, yeah, the transition to the opening monologue, right? It's on one of the, it's the one with the 2 screens, so I don't know. Yeah, that one.
So we start with the opening monologue.
Once you get into place, I guess. Then a transition. Are you in position?
Is right here look okay? Can you see my face okay?
I can. Unfortunately, I can see mine too.
Okay, so give that just a second.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab my water. Need an Advil.
And until
Any pain meds?
not yet. But I did steal a soda pop until, I'll bring $1. I didn't want to put $5 more on the thing. I meant to get it earlier and I did not. Stream starting in 2, 1. Tell me when to go, Houston.
So we go from there to intro.
Intro, yeah. I'll click on it once I transition you over.
All right, my face look good.
It's purty.
All right, let's go. Hey guys, welcome to our Monday night stream. Tonight we're playing Kill Teams one more time, and we're playing it with World War 40K rules from the plan of Vastum. Mr. Randall Madden has written up a brand new set of missions for 40K, and we're going to get back to those next week. But he also wrote us a Kill Team mission, so we're going to be doing that tonight. So we're going to get into it. It's Shane versus Larry. He's got Death Guard, and I've got the Primaris Ultramarines once again, and we are going to get the battle. Okay, guys, so the mission we're playing tonight is called End Game. So we're going to wrap up the story of Vastum on the World War 40K campaign. And we have 3 new 40K missions and 1 kill team mission for this final leg, the final chapter of Vastum. So let's see. The mission. Endgame. The final assault on Vastum's capital will not be decided by strength of arms alone. The cunning of individual squads lurking in the shadows at the periphery will be telling as well. Even now, kill teams have been dispatched to overload power supplies in the belly of the city. Where they explode or simply shut down, the results will be disastrous for those relying on their power. The Imperium has dispatched the finest of their own forces to combat this new force. Ultimately, guys, I am the defender because I am playing an Imperium. The mission is for 2 players only for this one, but so kind of keep that in mind when you go to pick it up. So basically, this whole center of the field here is a power generator, okay? And this node right here in the middle is the one that's going to be the main place that Larry's going to have to get to. So basically, the mission's very simple. Larry has to get a model in combat, yeah, you can come attack it, I guess,
yeah,
in contact with this node, and he has to have it there for 2 complete game rounds, okay? So once it's there for 2 complete rounds, then he has set a detonator there. It's going to blow up, and it's game over, man. Larry will win the game if he does that. So any other outcome of the game is a win for the Imperium. We added this week, we've added the scouting phase. And basically, the way that works, Larry, you want to tell us how the scouting phase works?
There's 6 choices that you can make, and they're on page 49 if you'd like to follow along. They're scout out enemy forces, plant traps, disarm traps, scout out terrain, take forward positions, and eliminate sentries. And each one of them lets you do different things, like scout out enemy forces lets you take 1 model or so. Depends. It's 20% of your kill team, but you basically take a model that's been set up, and then you can you can redeploy them basically after the fact, after everybody's set up, because they've kind of scouted ahead and that kind of thing. Okay. Plant traps let you put D3 pieces of terrain at booby traps, and you have to jot them down. and tell your opponent when they come within an inch. If they start there and they don't move, then they don't set them off. But if they move into it, come out of it, that kind of thing, they'll set it off, and then they'll basically take I believe it's a mortal wound. Yeah, okay. Well, it's like a dangerous terrain test. So basically, you roll a d6, and on a 1, you'll take a mortal wound. Units that fly don't worry about it unless they end their move within or start their move within an inch of it. Disarm traps. That's the other person if the other person chose plant traps to disarm said traps or made them not use the stratagem basically. Scout out terrain. You can pick up to D3 pieces of difficult or dangerous terrain, and then your guys can move without penalty through them. And if a friendly model suffers a mortal wound from the terrain, you can roll a D6, and on a 5 or better, you ignore the wound because you've kind of scouted and seen what kind of terrain there is. 5 is take 4 positions. If you choose this one, you can basically take 20% of your group and then make a normal move as if it was your movement phase, and eliminate sentries is the same thing, but you get to shoot with 20% of your guys. So most kill teams is going to be 1. If you have really large kill teams, you'll have probably like maybe 2, maybe 3. It depends on how big your kill team is and that sort of thing. I can see it probably being a larger group of models once you start doing a campaign and have a lot of figures.
Yeah, that would figure.
Yaha!
Nah.
Yaha! Yaha!
Hey, what's going on, Spartan Painting? How you doing tonight? Thanks for watching.
Hello, hello.
All right, so again, the mission, a couple people more have joined in here. The mission is Larry has to get to this node on the power grid here. He's going to stay there for 2 complete game turns with the same model. If he does that, then he's successfully planted a detonator charge, and it blows up, and that's it, man. Again, game over, man. Game over.
You might say it's the end game.
It's the end game, and that's the name of the mission.
That's crazy.
Game. So then we're playing World War 40K, mission 13. It's the kill team mission called End Game. Lucky 13. You can check it out at worldwar40k.com. All right. So who goes first here, Larry?
Well, we do the initiative.
That's right, we're doing the initiative. So you talked about the scouting phase.
Yes,
what did we end up doing? What did you end up doing for your scouting phase?
I picked number 2, which was plant traps.
Okay.
So I probably should quickly. Okay, and then I'll jot down in my brain. Somehow I don't think that one's quite fair to do that one.
Well,
so.
That's what it is. So.
But I have noted down which piece of terrain I believe I have booby trapped.
Okay, all right. I believe that I don't have to.
That's correct.
Have a hard guess
well,
to figure out which piece of terrain it is.
Maybe.
All right, and then I did 5, which was
take 4 positions.
4 positions.
So up to 20% after everybody has, after all the kill teams have been set up, 20% of the models in your kill team, which in his case is going to be 1 model, can make a normal move as if it were his turn in the movement phase. If more than 1 player chooses it, then you roll off, and whoever wins gets it, and whoever doesn't just has to suffer.
Okay, so one of my guys get to move.
As if it's your movement phase.
All right. So I'm going to do that with this brave little Reaver right here.
All right.
He's going to come up here.
Or Kerpow.
Did he hit a booty trap?
He did.
Okay.
So on a 1, he'll take a mortal wound.
Uh-huh.
The other fun part of this is that for the rest of the game, this whole area is dangerous terrain in here.
Okay.
I wouldn't say the whole piece is. I would say this wall section.
All right.
Actually, I think if I remember right, you have to choose something smaller. So I'm going to choose this one. So he still would have, when he moved away, this blew up.
Okay.
So that'll be the dangerous terrain because I don't think you can choose the big ones. I think you have to choose like these smaller pieces.
Okay. So I rolled a 4, so he does not take any damage.
Right. But this right within 1 inch of this is now dangerous terrain. So
okay.
When they move through it, or within an inch of it, then they have to roll dangerous terrain, which is basically on 1. They'll take a mortal wound unless they fly, but then they will still do it if they take off or land next to it.
Okay. All right. So that's how the scouting phase works. We've added that this week. I think this week we're playing pretty much with full rules. We talked about using like the falling rules and that kind of stuff. We get to it, we may use it. We may take a look at that. Moses 350, thanks for subscribing again this month. We appreciate you very much, sir. Thank you for watching and subscribing.
And yes, I know Shane gets all the cheers tonight and the well wishes.
That's right. That's right. All right, so you guys just joining in. We're playing a kill team mission where basically this power node is Larry's objective. He has to get a model and in base contact with it, keep it there for 2 turns, and if he does that, then he's successfully planted a detonation charge, and it's game over. Any other result is going to be a win for me. So it's not about how many models you kill and all that kind of stuff. It is kind of still because you lose morale and your team leaves. I mean,
well, they won't leave, but they could be broken.
They could be broken, but
it's harder and harder to do things.
Right. So.
But really, it's going to come down to a poxwalker with a bomb strapped to him, bumping into the wall until he explodes.
Until he explodes. That's what's going to happen.
That's what it's going to be tonight.
Happen. All right.
Just so everyone knows, this is the kill team Kareg, because they worship the demon Kareg.
Oh yeah.
And this fellow right here is Chaklagor Plaguebeard.
Chaklagor Plaguebeard.
A little unknown, aspiring champion.
Okay. Or perspiring champion.
Perspiring champion.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've returned this week with Sergeant Slaughter and Sergeant Crawl.
Excellent.
So,
does he have a glaive? Can he throw his glaive?
He may.
Awesome.
You know, Mystery Science Theater, or I'm sorry, the Rift Track guys, Mystery Science Theater, they're going to be doing Crawl as a live Fathom event.
I saw that.
It's pretty cool.
Now you just need to have a Cyclops in there.
Crawl's pretty bad, and I've been wanting to watch it again. So I'm really thinking about going and seeing that, just so I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
See, I don't think it's bad. I think it is a part of my childhood that it was like one of the coolest science fiction films at the time, and it's one of the first appearances. It's the first times I ever saw Liam Neeson. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot he was in. See, I haven't seen it in a long time, man.
So if you remember the guy that sat there and said, I think I have one of my wives lives near here, that's him.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the bandits.
I got you. Oh, no, we watched Smokey and the Bandit 2 last night.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to talk about bandits.
You just skipped that one.
Yeah.
That one's better forgotten.
I don't think 3 is going to get any better. I'll just be honest with you.
I think I stopped watching by 3.
Yeah. There was only 3.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's the movie reviews for this week.
There you
go. Okay. So they're saying that they've got some trouble with the microphones.
Well, I'm trying not to shout or say things because I was cautioned by Bloodbeard, not Plaguebeard, but Bloodbeard, that I went begawk too loud last time.
Yeah, I think you begawked his ear out.
So I'm trying to be subtle.
Welcome to the party, no moking. Yes, Mokey and the Bandit. Mokey and the Bandit.
Mokey and the Bandit.
What is convoy? What is convoy, Moses? You keep saying that. You're saying convoy is. Was there Smokey and the Bandit convoy? Was that like a 4th one or something?
No, convoy is like the original. Remember Cab Over Pete with Reefer On, Pigpen, and all those guys? It's a 70s movie that has Chris Christopherson as a trucker. And they have this big. They're being chased basically, and have this big convoy.
No, I've totally missed it, man.
Yeah.
Totally missed that. Let me see what I can do about the mic here, guys. Give me 1 second.
It's even got the guy from Rocky in it as Pigpen. Not Burgess Meredith or whatever, but it's one of his other buddies, the bigger, chunkier guy. I can't think of his name. I know about it because I used to listen to C.W. McCall and that song is what the movie's based off of. Yeah, I don't, unless because of the way that it was adhesed to the stand, it might have one of the anchor points over the microphone. I don't know. I don't know where the microphone is on that particular beastie.
Yeah, I don't either.
So
I think it's just here on the sides.
Oh, well, those are. Well, I guess it wouldn't be speakers, would it? I don't know.
What is the name of this camera? Logitech. Hello, everybody.
I'm looking at you. I suppose I could talk at begawk levels, but that'd be kind of creepy and weird.
All right, Moses 350. You tell me, how's it sound now? Any better on Moses on this side, guys?
Is your convoy rocking through the night?
And then there's the delay that we have to wait
Yes.
for them to hear. Is that any better, guys? Let us know. Very, very low. Very low.
Like swing low, or
Okay, how about now? Let us know about now, guys. He says it's way quiet.
okay.
I'm trying it now. Testing, testing.
1, 2, 24, 7, hike.
Okay, everybody says that's better. All right. Sorry, guys. We set up a different camera for kill teams tonight, so our old normal setting is super fine tuned, but this one just needed a little bit more. So apologize for that. We'll get back to the game now. Thank you guys for watching. Again, we're playing Kill Team, obviously. Chapter 13, worldwar40k.com. You can check out the mission there, follow along with us. The idea is that we are in the final days of the campaign of Vastum, and Randall decided to write a Kill Team mission for it. Actually, I asked him to, so he did. And so we're playing that. Next week, guys, we'll be back to full-blown games with 40k, and if I can get enough painting done, which is only about 3 models, I'm going to be playing with the Gene Stealer cults finally. So huzzah and hooray! Yeah, so no. So it'll probably be 2 weeks, but we'll see. I got some time. I got some time this coming week, I think. So
Excellent, excellent.
all right. So I did my scouting move, which was basically one model, because of the number of models I have here. One model got to move, and it was this guy here. He moved up. He set off the booty trap that Larry had planted with his scouting phase, and now this piece of terrain, anything within an inch of it, counts as dangerous terrain.
Correct.
Okay, so that's where we're at. Now the game begins, and we roll for initiative, which is 2d6. I got 7.
I got a 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so Larry's going to have it this turn.
All right, so I'm going to begin by moving these poxwalkers. They're going to pox it up. And a poxwalker moves 4 inches. So I'm just going to have these this poxwalker. Well, actually, I do all my movements, so I'm just going to have pretty much all the poxwalkers, I think, go up there and flood the corridor.
Flood the corridor. All right.
So we're going to start with this one. He's going to advance 6 inches, so he gets to move a mighty 10 inches.
So again, this is just like in regular 40k, guys. You got your basic movement, and you roll a dice, and if you want to advance, you roll a dice, add it to your movement. So that's how you move in kill teams. I know a couple of the people watching tonight have not seen games of Kill Team yet. I'm pretty sure No Moking hasn't seen it, and it's cool to have Mr. Josh with us tonight.
So that's 7 inches for this feller. I'm sorry, this guy would not be here. Well, it was 10 minus 4, so it would be 6 inches. Oh, yeah, he'd still be there.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't want to cheat. I just realized that I forgot to count this direction, because they're not flying poxwalkers, because that'd be wrong.
Right.
All right, so he has 7 movement, so he's going to move a whole 3 inches in.
So you do have to measure up.
Yeah, you have to count. Unless you have fly, then you can just zoom wherever you want to and just land. And then this fellow is going to advance. He's going to go 5 plus 4 is 9. So he's going to go 5 inches, which will put him roughly here. This fellow is going to run 3 inches, so that gives him 7. So minus the 4. Well, actually, I forget about that. So he's going to actually be right back here.
Guys, while Larry's moving, just want to ask everybody what you're up to tonight. Let us know. Hit us up there in the comment section. So let us know what you guys are into tonight, and just say hey if you're out there, and let us all know who's out there so we can throw you a shout out. No Moking, are you eating pizza and hanging out in the hotel room again? Larry with them 9s. That's right, Moses. He likes them 9s. Even when he's not playing 1,000 Suns, we still hear all about the 9s.
That's because we know The Zinch is everywhere, and everything benefits him because it's all about change.
Knowing's half the battle.
Gee, wait, no, that's my Imperial Guard army. The 432nd Guard issue Joes. And then this guy back here just moved forward. He did not advance. Not that it matters for him.
He's a small matter, little brother.
It's made of honey. All right. And then let's look at Chaklagor and his posse. So the fellow with the blight launcher is his name is Necros Vile Fume, and he is a Plague Marine gunner.
No, that sounds nasty and uninteresting.
Yes. Well, he's gonna. Hey, my guys are named, buddy.
I know.
All right.
Mine's not, and I'm jealous, and that's why I was trying to make light of your names.
I see. I understand. It's okay. He has merely moved, so which means he is available to shoot. And then Chaklagor here, he is going to. He's gonna. I think I'm gonna move him last. I want to move the other fellow with the big axe, which I believe is called a blight axe or something crazy. It's a bubotic axe, and his name is Super Axe Tarnus, and he's a Plague Marine fighter.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to move him. We're just gonna run him. So he runs 5 + 4, which is 9 inches. So 5 will get him to here, and then 4 will get him to here, and he will have he has advanced token.
Moses 350 is assembling a Chaos Rhino, and Larry, he's not rooting for you because you betrayed him.
That's what he tells me.
Yeah.
That's what he tells me.
It's glad. It's good to have him back on my side.
I know.
He was against me for a while. So.
It helped when I had knights. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's right. He's using those are the models he got from that sweet Dice Head trade-in program.
Yeah.
Which I will shamelessly plug at the moment. So if you've got old models laying around, guys, send them in to us. You can go to dicehead.com, check out the gamer trade-in program link, tell you all about it. Or if you're local, bring them in. We'll take a look at them and give you some credit, and you get your brand new models like Moses 350 did here.
He was like a kid in a candy store.
That's right. So, guys, we're going to start a thing at the last Monday of every month where we're going to do giveaways the last Monday of every month on our Twitch stream. This month, probably going to do a Kill Team box of choice, like one of the new Kill Team teams that are out, because by then we should have about 6 different Kill Team teams out, and so that's what we'll give away, your choice of a Kill Team, the final Monday of this month. So make sure you tune in then as well.
All right, so this guy, his name is Navros the Pestilent. He did a normal move to there, and then Chaklagor just moved up to there.
Okay.
And we both have 2 command points, because we have 1 for being battle forged and 1 for our leader still being not shaken and alive and on the board.
Okay.
I'll use my handy dandy acquired at Dice Head Kill Team device.
Oh, that sounds fantastical.
It does. Phantasmagorical even.
So our deployment was this little triangle too. So that's where we had to start, was inside this little triangle here. So everything was kind of squished in. But
if you'd like to see that deployment zone, it's on page 58 for the Recover Intelligence mission. It's the one on the left-hand side there.
58. Yeah. So for you guys again who have not seen us the last couple of weeks playing Kill Team, or have not played yet, you've got these little markers, these guys right here. And they just help you remember what you've done. If you guys have moved, or if they've been put at ready. So basically, if you don't move, you can be put at ready, which means when we get to the shooting phase, you're going to get to take shots before other people. So the mechanics of it is all really cool, and we'll talk about that as how that works out as we do that. But for the time being, these double arrows just mean that you advance, correct, Larry?
Mm-hmm.
And the single arrows just mean that you moved, and no arrow means that you didn't move. And let's see.
Everybody advanced or
yeah. So all your guys advanced, basically. So okay.
Yeah, and this is the only phase in the game where one side does all their stuff at once.
Correct.
So I do all my movement, my charging, my falling back, whatever. Since I rolled the highest first, and then Shane will get to react to it. That's the only phase that we don't, because the rest of the game, it's unlike 40K where basically I would pick a unit, he would pick a unit, back and forth, and then you still do stuff like the assault phase. If you charged, if you charge, your guys will go in priority, so forth and so on. So, and readied is basically the shooting phase version of that.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you have moved everything, and so now it's my turn to move everything.
It is your turn.
Okay.
And unlike last time, there won't be a sidekick phase.
Right. All right. So I'm going to declare a charge with this Reaver and into there.
All right. So my two choices are to Overwatch or fall back. I couldn't Overwatch even if I had something to Overwatch with because I advanced. So I believe if you advance, you can't fall back. But I could Overwatch. Okay.
So in this game also, guys, whenever you get charged, if you have an advanced, you have an option of stand and Overwatch like normal 40K, or you can actually fall back, and you can fall back up to 3 inches.
3 inches.
And just basically making my charge roll harder. So we charge the same way as we do in 8th edition. I roll 2 dice, add them together, I can move 10 inches. So it's a 10-inch charge, which I easily make right here.
Bob has met you.
So I've got to keep Larry's guys off of that thing that particular one just got to there.
That's why I say it's going to come down to a Plague Walker bumping into that thing until he goes off.
Right. Right.
Or until I run out of Poxwalkers.
Okay, so now my Reavers, they have grappling hooks, which basically says that they can go up different levels without counting the distance up.
Right.
So this, would I be able to move? Or
you would ignore the up. So like over here, I had to pay 4 inches just to get up to here,
right.
And then whatever over. You would ignore the 4 inches, and you would just go your full, because you're basically doing the Batman
okay
thing.
So, and you have to be able to see a model to charge them.
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You don't have to be able to see the model to charge them.
Just like in 40K, you don't have to see them charge.
Right.
To Overwatch and things like that, or shoot them, yes, but to charge them, no.
Okay.
Because it's assumed that you can hear them across the thing, or.
So I'm going to try to send Sergeant Slaughter over to this guy that's right here.
Make him live up to his name?
Yeah, this guy that's right back here.
Okay.
And let's see if I can get, there we go. So from here to here is 7 inches.
Okay.
And again, because I have the grappling hook.
Command points, and there are tactics available to let you do things like reroll like we normally do.
So I only got a 4. I could use a reroll there.
And it's the whole roll, so you'd have to roll both dice.
So I'd have to reroll both.
Right.
So I will use one of my command points. So I have 1 left for a tactical reroll. Looking for a 7. I got a 9. A 9.
9.
All right.
I'm telling you,
So
the winner in every way is Zinch in every contest.
I'm just gonna put him
Ooh, right there.
right here.
Well, because you can attack this way too. It's just remember because then it's the obscured thing where it's
Right.
Because if you're fighting across an obstacle or something like that, then it kind of the person you're attacking counts as obscured, so it's -1 on your.
An obstacle.
Yes, an obstacle.
Okay, I am going to just move this one up
Okay.
to here. And I'm just going to ready all 3 of these guys here on the edge.
Okay.
So all 3 of those guys are just going to ready. And that's my movement.
Okay. All right. then we would go to the Psychic phase, but neither of us have a Psyker.
Okay, so no Psychers in this game.
So then we go to the Shoosting phase. And in the Shoosting phase, normally it's whoever has priority picks the first one. And if I had readied people, I would pick the first readied one, but I don't have anybody readied. And so Shane gets to basically shoot with all three of his guys before I get to shoot with my couple of guys that basically had to shuffle into position.
Correct. Hey guys, welcome out to the stream tonight. So we've got a few more viewers. Welcome to Necronian 2001, Black Can Tattoo. How you doing tonight, Bobby? If you guys haven't subscribed to Black Can Tattoo's Twitch channel, you should do that because Bobby paints some awesome looking stuff. Check it out.
Way better than my stuff.
I'm gonna totally destroy this name, but I think it's Rockanani 3. I don't know. So Rocinante? I don't know. Rocinante, Roccanante, I'm not sure. I would go with Rocinante, but yeah. So anyway, welcome to you.
Oh yeah, that's Rocinante. It's from The Expanse.
Okay, all right. So Rocinante 3.
It's the name of the ship, or
okay.
what they renamed it.
See, I totally meant The Expanse. What's The Expanse?
The Expanse is basically what is it? It's the show on sci-fi that's based off the James A. Corey books.
Okay, all right. I need to check it out. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
The show's really good. The books are better, I believe, but it's only because the show has to condense things. But
okay, cool. Yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna check that out. So anyway, welcome guys. Yeah, we're using drop pods as terrain because, well, I picked up some nice painted drop pods on a trade-in, and I only get about $15 for a drop pod when I resell them. So I'm just going to use them as terrain because they look cool on the stream. So yeah, drop pods as terrain is the thing right now, my friends.
That's kind of what they were, after you deployed your troops with them anyway.
That's true.
You made your own forest.
Okay, so now we go to the shooting phase, correct?
Yes, and as I said, I don't have anybody ready, so it goes to your shots.
Okay, so I'm just going to start with this nice little intercessor feller here that's unnamed.
Okay.
Unnamed intercessor 1.
Oh yeah, the Foxwalkers have no names except for Rick Sanchez.
No. Rick Sanchez. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're Rick. Okay, so
if
we're
I
gonna
could find a pickle, I'd have Pickle Rick.
We're gonna just make it one out of green stuff, dude.
Yeah, my green stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll convince.
I mean, you
Bobby.
wouldn't have to paint it even.
I'll convince Bobby to do it. No, you got it. You can't. You do. That's not
It'd
how
be
it works.
green automatic.
No.
Be green.
Well, because then you got to paint the rat arms and all the other stuff he tacks onto himself to make himself be able to do stuff.
Anyway, this guy's gonna shoot that fella down there.
All right. So, what's it? It's a 30-inch range on the gun.
It is.
Okay. So anything that's over half, if it's over half of your range in this game, it counts as long range, so it's -1 to hit. If I'm behind cover or an obstacle or whatever, it's another -1. And then if I have anything special, like there's some tactics that let you add stuff to it or make it harder to hit or whatever. And there's also tactics that let you negate that. So there's a lot of modifiers in this game, unlike regular 40K.
Okay.
Right now, I don't think you're under half or over half, and I don't think you're. And I'm not obscured. Well, actually, is he obscured because it's
a little bit? Yeah, he's actually obscured by this.
In this game, the picture they show is literally the guy's foot is covered.
Yeah.
So he's -1.
Yeah, he's -1. All right, so
don't forget your specialist if he's a specialist.
He's not. No.
Okay. Because they have their own inbuilt stuff too.
Right. So I get 2 shots here.
And you can spend command points on tactics.
And I needed 4s because
it's
-1. So that's 2 hits.
All right.
And what's their toughness?
Their toughness is 5.
And we're off to a great start. Some of the first dice rolls of the game. Snake eyes.
Excellent.
Snake eyes. So I'm just going to simply move this over to my...
you got some rerolls.
To Sergeant Kroll here. Sergeant Kroll doing the same thing. Needing the same numbers.
Everybody wants to kill Super X.
That's 1 wound from Sergeant Kroll, sir.
All right. So there's no minuses.
-1 AP.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Just a regular bolt rifle. Yeah, -1. These bolt rifles are -1 AP.
Oh, that's right. Well, they're the call pattern. All right, so I normally have a 3. It goes down to a 4 better because of that. And I rolled a 3, which fails, but I have disgustingly resilient, so I take a wound. So on a 5 or 6, I can ignore that wound.
Okay.
I got a 4, so I did not ignore it.
All right.
So now you roll to see. Well, there's the whole internet argument and whatever, but I'm gonna say since you shot me, you get to roll it because it says controlling player rolls the injury roll. But I'm like, why does that make any sense?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna roll it. I got a 3.
All right. So 1 to 3 means that I just take a flesh wound.
Take a flesh wound.
So
It's just a flesh wound.
it's just a flesh wound. So I have a flesh wound on him. And I know there's one on this die somewhere. All right. So that basically means now that he's at a -1 for things, and it adds into other situations at the end for the morale phase.
Okay. So next guy, same thing, same dude.
Okay.
Right there. We're just gonna lay down as much fire as we can on that one guy, and he hits once, looking for 4s, and he wounds. -1 to your armor save, sir.
4s, and I roll a 4 to save.
Okay.
The Plague Father says no.
And so that is all my guys are at the ready. You just flip these little tokens over to show that they have done their action. And so now Larry gets to pick a guy, correct?
Yes, because I actually had priority, but you had ready people.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot the Blight Launcher, and I've never shot one before, so this is very new territory.
Okay.
So it is 24-inch range. So I think, well, I know I'm over half. So it's going to be -2 because you are also obscured by that post. But I'm going to shoot the unnamed fellow since he has no name.
Yeah.
This is an Assault 2 weapon. And then because he's a gunner, he has Breacher, which means I can add 1 to the model's wound rolls against targets that are obscured, so he's obscured. And then because it's a Blight Launcher, I can reroll wound rolls of 1 for this weapon, so I got some chances here.
Okay.
So I'm at -2, so my ballistic skill is normally 3, so I'm at a 5 or better. And I rolled a 1 and a 2, so it didn't even add up. I couldn't use my special made strategy at all. So. All right, and I think I'm not going to choose to reroll that. So we're all good on him. He has missed. It's new model syndrome. The whole army will miss, as you can tell. So then it goes back to you to pick one that has yet to shoot. That can shoot.
So we can shoot pistols if we're in hand-to-hand, as long as we didn't charge that round.
Yes.
All right, so I have no one else to shoot with.
Okay.
Well,
So,
actually, this guy with this pistol right here, he can actually see right through here to the other guy that I've just been hammering down on. So
that's Sussex.
he's going to shoot that pistol. I hit with the 6.
Okay.
I think I needed a 5.
Probably because
I didn't do all the math, but
it's -2 because you're over half and
Yep.
obscured.
so I needed a 5 and a 4 will wound him. Strength 4, toughness
5.
5. Nope, no
Okay.
wounds.
Nurgle is a tough one.
Okay,
All right.
so that is all my shooting. So now Larry, it goes back to Larry, and
All right,
he
so
will finish all of his shooting at this
This
point.
guy's in here.
Yeah, he's down there.
Okay, so he's in hand to hand. Right?
Yeah, he's in hand-to-hand down there.
So we're just going to shoot Navros, this fellow, and we're going to shoot straight over here at unnamed number 1 over there.
Okay.
And that's going to be over half because it's a 24-inch range. So it's -1, -2 because he's obscured by at least partially by the step up here. So I'm needing 5s, and I did not get a 5, and I only got 1 shot because it's over half. So I have missed with Navros. All right. Goes back to you to pick one. You don't have one. Goes to Chaklagor. What does Chaklagor got? Despite the fact he has a plasma gun on his back, it apparently is out of ammo because he only has a bolt gun and a power fist. So we'll shoot the power fist at you. No, okay. don't have range on most of it, and I can't really see anybody that's not in hand-to-hand, so Chaklagor is just going to sit back and think a little bit and ponder where his beard has gone.
Okay.
So that would be all of the shooting phase.
Cool.
So then it would go to the fight phase. I would pick a battle first. If there were no chargers, you have chargers, so you will activate your chargers first.
All right. So my first charger is going to be right here. Going for the guy who is in base contact there.
This one to this one?
Yep.
Excellent.
He's the guy who's in base contact with the power node.
All right.
Let's see. So that is just a regular intercessor. Sorry, Reaver.
That's Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo Reaver. He's a Reaver, just like from Firefly.
He's a Goram Reaver?
A Goram Reaver. That's him.
Good Lord. Why'd you bring Goram Reavers? Shiny. Let's be bad guys.
They do have transhuman physiology.
Yeah, so do we. Well, the Poxwalkers don't. The Poxwalkers are, in fact, not transhuman. But they are disgustingly resilient.
That's disgusting, and I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I'm going to be resilient about it and continue talking.
I have 2 attacks. And then I have a combat knife, gives me a 3rd attack.
All right.
I need 3s to hit you.
Okay.
And I hit you twice.
All right. Toughness 3, sir.
And I need 3s to wound you, and that's why I got a 1 and a 2.
Would you like to reroll something?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to use my last command point available to me this round, and I'm going to reroll that to a 3. So
right.
I actually caused a wound.
You did cause a wound. So I don't have any armor because my save is a 7 or better.
Okay.
So I'm going to do one of my Death Guard Kill Team special tactics.
All right.
Since I took a wound, I haven't rolled for the Disgusting and Resilient yet, but I'll do that once but I've taken the wound.
Okay.
So it says, when a model from your kill team loses a wound in the fight phase, which is what we're in, roll a d6 for each enemy model within 1 inch of that model. On a 6, that enemy model suffers 1 mortal wound after all of its attacks have been resolved because of putrid splatter.
Oh, nice.
All right, so starting with the guy that hit me, no, and then the guy behind me, 1. The guy behind me took a mortal wound. So this fellow. Something splattered on Bob. Like, oh God, that stings. All right, and that cost me both of my command points. That's 2 command points to use.
Okay. Well,
So it cost me both of them, but it was
splattered him from behind. Huh?
it was useful.
All right, so my guys have 2 wounds. So
Right.
basically, he's got 1 wound left at this
Right.
point.
That's one reason I did it, so that I could hopefully whittle it down, since I knew these Poxwalkers were going to get mowed down pretty much.
And so you don't start rolling, guys, to see if you are out of the game until you lose your last wound. So my guy's having 2 wounds, he's got to get another wound off of you.
Then you get an injury roll, and you can be taken out of action, but if you've taken 3 flesh wounds, you're automatically
Automatically out.
So now that I've taken the wound, I'm going to see if I get rid of it because of Disgustingly Resilient.
Okay.
And I saved it. Because I took the wound, but then it just went through a big chunk of flesh.
Okay. So you're not wounded.
Now, well, I am, but it didn't affect me.
Okay.
As,
All right.
as effectively how that goes.
Okay. Sounds good. I guess.
Yes.
Not for me. For you.
It sounds great for me. I enjoyed the fact that my Foxwalker just did damage and didn't take
And
it.
didn't take any. Okay, so now it's your turn.
All right.
Pick a model.
I'm gonna pick this other Poxwalker that you charged with the guy that just took a wound in hopes that I can maybe seal his doom. So I get 2 attacks for Poxwalkers. And it's an improvised melee weapon, so I'm hitting you on a massive 5.
If you roll right there, they can see your rolls on the camera.
So I did not get a 5.
All right.
All right.
Sorry guys, normally we have that dice cam too on our regular 40K table set up, but we don't have a dice cam tonight. But everybody, we haven't had it since we've been doing kill teams. Everybody said they could see as long as we rolled in the camera area. So that area right there will get you on camera, man.
All right. Yeah, I don't see things happening over
Yeah,
there.
nothing's happening.
It just looks
vanilla.
pretty.
Yep. Okay. So now
back to your choice.
Back to my choice, which will be this guy right here, who's haphazardly standing. That's Sergeant Slaughter. He gets an extra attack because he's a sergeant, so he gets 4
He's
attacks.
mad. He just got splattered with some goo. That's what you get for not having that helmet on.
Yeah.
Got my mouth. It's in the raccoon wounds.
Gosh. 1 wound on this guy, who hopefully doesn't splatter him with.
I don't have any more command points to use.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
But there's some really cool ones, and that's an example. We haven't been doing that before, so since we were doing all the rules, I figured I'd try that out. Okay. I read that last week or a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, "That's cool. I like it."
Cool.
They're like little walking bombs if you have command points saved up. All right, so he will ignore the wound because he takes the wound because he doesn't have an armor save. It's a 5 up to ignore it. Okay. He does not ignore it, so he takes a wound. So. And again, I know the internet and the book says controlling player, but where's the fun in that? So go ahead and roll and see if I'm not obscured, so it's not -1. Well, I'm sorry, yeah, it's not -1 to that roll, so it's just 1 to 3.
I got a 6.
All right, he is taken out of action. All right. So now you have the option to consolidate toward the closest enemy model.
Yeah, and I'll go towards the guy who is
splattered
me and is in contact with yon power terminal.
Just got to make it another full turn.
I guess so, man.
That or distract you long enough to have his buddies go around over here and daisy chain around the maypole, basically.
It says you must spend 2 entire battle rounds in contact with the central power supply.
Oh well, and this one is battle round. So okay, so if I survive this one, and then I survive the next one, he goes off.
Okay.
So it's a matter of you better kill him.
Yep.
All right, so now it goes back to my attack. So I'm going to attack with him since he didn't actually get to attack, even though he splattered you with his pus.
Okay.
Explosion thingy. So he has 2 attacks. I'm going to put them both. Since he moved up on me, I'm going to put both on Sergeant Slaughter.
Okay.
And I hit neither time. So, brains.
Okay.
All right. So it goes back to you. If you have nothing, I have nothing left in hand to hand.
So that's the end of the first
battle round. So it goes to battle round dose.
All right, so we're just going to kind of kick into play mode here. We're not going to really keep over explaining stuff so we can get the game moving along. If you got any questions about what we're doing or about how the game works, just hit us up there in the chat stream, and we'll get right on those and answer those questions for you guys. This is our 3rd week playing Kill Teams, I believe. Mm-hmm. So every week we started real basic for you guys, and then the 2nd week we stepped it up a little bit, added some stuff, and this week we're playing basically with everything you can play. And so as we throw some stuff out that we haven't played with yet, we'll definitely explain that stuff, but the basics we're just going to kind of breeze on through here. Hey, Brother Vinkman, he says you'll never get that smell out, Brother Vinkman. So maybe this guy here should be named Brother Vinkman.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, you just get you a few Ghostbusters in there, and I'm just saying.
That guy kind of looks like the one ghost that kind of that fat-looking ghost that was in, I think, the 2nd Ghostbusters movie, and he's kind of with the
or
horns coming out.
Or at least the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yeah,
it could look like some of those guys.
Did you know that? Did you ever watch the Ghostbusters with the monkey cartoon?
Yes.
That's how come like they had to call like the movie one the real Ghostbusters, was because.
Well, the show was actually called The Real Ghostbusters, and the movie was just Ghostbusters.
Well, yeah, but the cartoon had to be called The Real Ghostbusters. And the reason there was another Ghostbusters cartoon that was able to use the name Ghostbusters was because there was an old TV show, like in the 60s, that was 2 detectives and an ape, a guy in an ape costume, and that went ghost hunting, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's what the Ghostbuster cartoon was based off of, was that old TV show. And they tried to cash in, on the Ghostbusters craze again, with their cartoon. Nobody wanted to watch that crap, right? They wanted to see the real Ghostbusters.
That's right.
So anyway, it's
that's pretty cool.
Piece of history. I saw actually somebody gave me the whole series of that Ghostbusters show. Recently, they gave it to me.
Oh yeah.
It's just black and white, like from the 60s, yeah, 50s or 60s, and probably the 50s actually.
Wow.
But yeah, 2008. So
It seems like I said that I've seen something like that back when I was watching Gigantor when I was a kid.
yeah, you're right.
Because it was probably on one of those random stations that they picked up some cheap cheap
Yeah.
animation or whatever at the time. All right, so at the top of the round we do the initiative step. We roll our 2d6 to see who gets to go first this
All
time.
right. I got 7.
I got a 4 or 5. I'm sorry, I need to roll over here, but I got a 6.
Got a 6. All right. So I will have priority this round. No, I'm not talking about Slimer Moses 350. I'm talking about an unnamed ghost that was from one of the other scenes. I know who Slimer is.
One of the less popular ghosts. Slimer's cool. These guys aren't cool.
Okay. So I do all my movement first.
I would hope you would do all your movement first.
So I'm going to declare a charge with this Reaver.
Okay.
Since he can grapple over and swing around. Right?
There's a lot of Batman going on right
There's
now.
a lot of Batman
We're
going
in downtown Gotham tonight. I
So-
don't have anything to. Well, I'm in hand to hand, but I don't have anything to Overwatch or retreat. Well, I could retreat, I suppose. Actually, I don't know how that works. I don't think you can if you're in hand to hand. If I was not charged, I could fall back. Well, actually, I think I probably can fall back whenever it comes to my turn, but I don't know about if I got charged.
Yeah.
That's something we'd have to look at. But,
Well, you want him to live there anyway.
well, yeah, I'm not moving him, but I'm just trying to remember for rules' sake because, there are some situations that we haven't had come up yet, so I'm just trying to keep in mind how we would handle such a thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So you've got a whole bunch of other plague walkers back here
Yes.
that I just
There's a lot of
can't see.
If you'd like to know, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna hold these guys back one more round. Ready, all 3 of them back here.
Okay.
What's up, Chaklagor, Bloodbeard?
Chaklagor.
4. So it's all your movement, sir. Welcome to the stream, Chaklagor.
So I need like 8 or 9. Oof, oof.
We're a little light on viewers tonight, guys. Rob had to shut down his stream due to weather, so we're missing out on a lot of his guys this evening. But we're more than happy for those of you who are here with us tonight. Hope you guys are enjoying it.
I'm going to advance with this fellow. Mighty 1, so he goes a whole 5 inches. So it's 3 up. He's going to go over here to within an inch since he didn't get very far. I'm going to hope this guy rolls better on his advance. So this guy's going to advance 4, so that's 8 inches. So he goes up 3, and can make it over to here.
Rocinante, glad you got your kill team finally. Hope you can get that together and get to playing. It's super simple, man, super easy. Our streams always take a lot longer than a normal game would because we're shooting the bull and explaining some things here and there. But this game, honestly, guys, you can play a game of this in about 45 minutes if you're just doing that. If you're just concentrating on playing the game. And on all the nonsense that me and Larry go going with sometimes.
Banter, sir.
Banter.
Okay. And this guy.
So this week the Titanicus released, and that's pretty sweet. We did a demo day here in the store this past weekend, and I think the guys who played it thought it was pretty cool. But it's a pretty involved game, man. That's definitely no kill team easy game as far as playing goes, and it's definitely for the advanced miniature game player. It's not a hey, you've never played a miniature game before type thing.
It's a 40K plus BattleTech style thing where you have to manage your reactors. You can blow up things. You can win yourself if you're not careful. And it feels like it because they updated the rules too. Because I've been reading through the rules on it. They've done a really good job. They've kept some of the feel of the old stuff, but they've revamped most of it. It's a new animal.
Yeah. But it's a great game. I'm not saying that to like take away from it.
Yeah.
Any means at all. It's just it's not a pick it up and play it if you've never played a miniature game before. And you know, for people like me and Larry that's been playing miniature games for a while, I kind of welcome something that's a little more complex and got a few more levels into it. You know, like that. Some evenings, you know, like tonight, I was very happy to play Kill Team because it's been a long day of crunching numbers already. So I try to get some taxes prepped for taxes this week. But
the greatest evil in the galaxy.
Yeah, the greatest evil in the galaxy. But you know, so I enjoy the light games too. Kill Team's pretty got quite a few levels of complexity to it. So like I said, this is the third week we've played it, and we're finally adding all the levels to it. Yes. And there's another one even of that because you can play the campaign, and it takes it to a whole other level. So.
Well, and plus it adds a lot of little levels of complexity that the regular game of 40K doesn't, like, you know, the pluses, the minuses, and things like that. So there's a little more math involved in this one than there is regular 40K, but at the same time, it makes the game not be like, oh, well, pow, dang, you're dead, and over in 5 seconds, as opposed to, you know, whatever. That's the one thing I didn't like about the older Kill Teams was they were pretty much a bolt on to the regular thing, so you just did regular rules, and you played on, like, 4x4s, and I don't know. It seemed like it was over really quick, and you know, not as much fun. This game I really like. This version of it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to charge with this fellow at this fellow, which is your Sergeant Slaughter.
Okay.
So from here to there, he is engaged already.
Okay.
So let's see what I get. Hey, we got Nurgle's number. We got 7. So I don't know, because to get within an inch, so that's 4 to there. Well, yeah, right to right here would be about 4. 1, so 4 up and 5 over. So no, I can't make it. I don't have a well. It's a new battle round, so we do both have another command point.
So in this game,
actually, we have 2 command points because our leaders are still
right.
not
So in this game, you get command points each round, and they're cumulative. You spend on previous round. You get 1
for being battle forged,
and you get 1 if your commander or your leader is still alive. So 2
and not broken or shaken. All right, so I'm not going to spend one of my points for that just because I want to make sure that the Poxwalkers are little bombs waiting to happen. And so he's just going to have he does get to move, unlike regular 40K when you just fail a charge, he gets to move up to the distance that he rolled, but I don't count as having charged.
Okay.
So he'll be up to here. And I have to get as close as I can to him, so I can't run over and completely hide behind that like I would kind of like to. Oh, we forgot the morale phase in the last one because I have a flesh wound and you have a flesh wound.
Okay.
Forgot about that. I apologize. Trying to remember all the other little things. So the first thing would be the check to see if we're broken test, but there's not enough of either of us broken.
Yeah.
To do but it would be 2d6. And then go from there. It's the old leadership style, which is you have to get under your leadership. Then it comes down to nerve test for those that have flesh wounds. So nerve test is you get +1 for each other friendly model that is shaken or out of action to the dice roll, or -1 for each other friendly model that is within 2 inches of the model. So he was here. This guy, was within 2 inches, so he'll get a -1 to the roll. There's nobody else shaken that was near him, so it's basically a standard leadership test. And Cesarix is got leadership of 7, so whatever I roll, -1. So when a 1, you automatically pass, even if you have crazy amounts. So I rolled a 1, so I was good. But just to rectify that, sorry for those going, what about the morale phase?
Okay. And then I had a guy with a flesh wound as well, so so I'm good.
We just roll 1 die.
Yeah, I'm good, even on 2 die.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I've already raised it a couple of times, Chaklagor Bloodbeard. Already raised it a couple of times.
I think I was putting time out because I yelled Bagok.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're back to actual time.
Right. So that was his charge, or his not charge.
His not charge.
He failed it.
Okay.
So that ends up being a move. But I don't think he can. I don't think he can shoot. I'll have to go double check that. But this guy is going to just stay where he's at. But he's going to ready since I don't have to move him to get to cover. And then this fellow is going to ready. And then Chaklagor, Plaguebeard, not Bloodbeard, that's a different guy. Plaguebeard is going to sit back here and just kind of play it safe for a little bit and see how his poxwalkers do up there in the middle of the board.
Okay. Yeah, I've got to kill this guy because that's the mission.
And I've moved this.
Oh, you moved that one over there.
These all advanced, so they can't do anything else.
So now I've got 2 guys that I absolutely have to kill.
Well, this one you have to kill this turn, or else
game over.
Because he is banged up against enough of it to where his bomb is now ticked down and is about to go off.
Okay.
All right. So that's all my movement. So then it would go to the psychic phase. We don't have any psychers. Goes to the shooting phase. And you had priority, so you can choose the first ready person to activate. Because I have 2 ready.
For the shooting?
The shooting, yes. The shooting phase.
I'm going to go with
Unnamed soldier number 1.
Unnamed soldier number 1.
Okay.
He's going to fire there, and you are obscured because of this valve and pipe. Still get 2 shots at you, though. I need 4s. That'd be 2 3s.
Excellent. So the obscured saved my life.
Yep.
And don't forget you do have...
Nah, I'm not going to use it right now.
Well, also don't forget that I think there's one of these that takes away one of the minuses to shooting. So
gotcha. Okay.
You keep that in mind when you're doing stuff.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to pick my guy. My guy over here saw you shoot at that guy, and he's going to shoot you across the way. So you're obscured. You're over half. So I'm -2. I only get 1 shot because it's a bolter. So I'm going to need 5s. Ooh, I need to roll over here. And I missed. All right, so this guy has powered.
Okay. Crawl is going to shoot at this fella.
Okay.
2 shots, needing 4s. He got you with both of them.
Okay.
Now I need 5s. If I add it together,
I would see. You need to vote with me that we need to add a stratagem that if you pay a command point, you can add your dice together. Get 1 of your hits.
I like that.
Because for us, it would be huge.
Stuff doesn't die a lot in the big games of 40K with those guys. Nothing dies in these small games.
You killed a poxwalker.
I killed a poxwalker. All right.
And he was.
I'm going to use one of my rerolls for a wound here. And I still got a 4, so no go. All right. To you two, you're ready.
All right. So this fellow over here, which his name...
Chaklagor Bloodbeard is now a Terminator. He says, I'll be back.
Excellent. He's even a T-800.
And I lost a viewer when we said that. I should not say things like that.
I think it was probably...
Like I said, I'll be back, and then all of a sudden, like, our viewer count went down.
Yeah, it's probably because Chaklagor said I'll be back.
But when
I would hope they don't run away because of that, but yes. I understand that. All right, so I'm going to fire Necros of Vile Fume, which is this fellow right here. Right here. He's going to fire his Blight Launcher at Unknown Soldier number 1.
Okay.
It is over half, so he's going to be -1 for that. It is obscured because of that pole in the way.
Absolutely.
So it's -2, so it's a 5 or better for him to hit because he normally hits on a 3.
Okay.
It's an Assault 2 weapon.
Don't you assault me.
I'm going to assault you. I need 5s, and I got a 4. It didn't even add up. So, all right. And,
it just doesn't add up sometimes.
It doesn't, and I'm not gonna spend those valuable command points to do that when we know what kind of fun we can have with command points.
Right.
So.
Okay, so now to me.
Yes, sir. If you have another ready, it goes to you.
I do have another ready.
All right.
This fella right here, he's going to shoot at this guy.
Professor Rex.
Here we go. 1 hit.
All right. Wonder.
And a 1 for a wound gets me nothing.
Well, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
You can only use a command point once per phase. So, like, I can't. Once I re-rolled that, even in friendly games, it's just a 1 command point per phase for you, right?
I think.
So I can't use it to re-roll another wound this phase.
I think that's still only match play. But now in fantasy, they did enforce it and everything. But I don't think they did in this one. But
all right, well.
But I mean, we've been playing it, as the match.
We've been playing it that way. Okay, all right. Well, that's the way we're rolling it.
I'm all for using however you want.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right then. That's all mine ready, people. So then it would go to, I believe you roll priority this turn.
I did.
So then you would pick your first person to shoot. And this turn, if you didn't charge and you still have somebody with a pistol hanging out, then they can fire into the guy in front of them.
Right. So I'm going to go with the first Reaver who charged in here, and he's going to shoot. Well, he didn't last turn, so he was in hand-to-hand last turn, so he can shoot this turn with his pistol.
Correct.
He's going to shoot at the monster in base to base.
This Goram Reaver right here is going to shoot.
And I rolled a 1.
Excellent.
So
I like it.
Let's miss.
You're out of ammo.
Yep.
Rest of the game.
Go ahead.
All right.
Your turn.
Well, everybody that I have a bolter here, but I really unless I could somehow magically, I cannot draw. I can not from where he's at. I can see your guys through the little hole there, but I can't see them from him. So.
Okay.
So I don't have anybody else that can shoot because all the poxwalkers either advanced or don't have guns.
Okay, so I've got my next guy with the bolt pistol. That's inside of there, and
Sergeant
I'm going
Slaughter.
to create a huge earthquake. I like it if I get over here. There we go. I don't like doing that, but so this guy, Sergeant Slaughter, actually is going to shoot his bolt pistol in there, and I got a 2 that time.
Awesome.
So that is another miss.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's sitting there choking to death with all these things, sidling up against him, and it's a tight space.
It is tight space, and it's getting stinky.
And that poxwalker's just walking into the column and bouncing off of it. So it's a hard target to hit.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything else. So if you have anything else to shoot, go ahead.
No, I'm done with all my shooting.
All right. Well, then it goes to the fight phase, sir, and you have priority.
All right. So I'm going to start with Sergeant Slaughter.
All right.
He gets 4 attacks, and he's attacking the one who's been there the longest. I need 3s. I hit you 4 times this time around.
I was hoping you would.
They're only toughness 3.
Correct.
All right.
Give me that wound.
So I got 4 wounds, sir.
All right. Well, that's 4 times over. So I'm gonna pay my 2 command points.
Okay. All right.
And he's gonna be juicy again.
All right.
All right. So for Sergeant Slaughter, we'll see if it's 1.
Okay.
Oh, well, it was close. And for the other fellow on the other side, nope, no putts to the face that time.
Okay.
All right. So now he has taken 4 wounds. You say?
He has. Correct.
So now I get to negate them on a 5 or better. I negated none of them.
9.
All right, so I'm going to let you do the injury roll, even though the rules and the internet and whatever.
Okay, so do I roll 1 or 4?
No, you just roll 1.
I just roll 1.
The only time you roll
I got a nice
multiples.
array on my 4.
So that's something that that hasn't come up because we haven't had a weapon that does it. But if a weapon only does one damage, like you'll roll a d6 and do six hits with like a grenade, they still only do one damage. But if you have a gun that does like d3 damage, then you would roll to find out how much damage it does. Like say, not that they have one, but like a Predator autocannon does d3 damage, or some weapon does d3 damage. You would roll the d3, and if you roll 2 or 3, you would roll that many dice and pick the best.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, you only ever roll the one dice, no matter how many wounds you've done to me.
Okay, well, let's see if we can take this guy out.
So I
got a 1. It was a 6, and I picked it up because it was off camera, but I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Got a 2.
All right. So he is now flesh wounded.
All right. If he gets 3 flesh wounds, he's completely out.
Right.
And so the way flesh wounds work too, guys, is now every roll basically that Larry makes is -1 because he has 1 flesh wound. If he had 2 flesh wounds, it'd be -2, so forth and so on. All right, so I missed my chance there to take him out.
So who hasn't attacked him yet? This
Neither
guy?
one of these guys have attacked.
All right, well, I'm gonna attack that guy. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna try to take out Sergeant Slaughter because he's got 1 wound on him already. If I can take him out.
Yeah, he's getting 4 attacks on you. So.
Yeah, that's that.
And if you take him out, you open up that hallway to get everybody else down there too. So it's probably the best.
For more sludge. So I've got 2 attacks per Poxwalker. So normally my weapon skill is a 5. I have a flesh wound, so it's going to be a 6 now. So I need 6s to hit you. I got 3. I got half of it.
Okay.
All right. Come on, little Poxwalker.
All right. So the guy that hit you last time when you pussed out on me hit you twice. Wounds you once.
All right. I take the wound. I don't have any command points, or else I'd give you the gift.
Okay.
And so I have it's just 1 wound.
Just 1.
Disgustingly resilient. Nope. He takes the wound. So it's all right. So the injury roll now is okay, so I guess it's still...
It's just a regular roll out.
Yeah, I was thinking that there was another one there. Oh, it's if I'm obscured or whatever. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
I got a 6, sir.
All right, so he is out of action.
Out of action.
That's unfortunate. That would have been the heroic, first game of this no-named pussy individual.
It would have been. All right, so he's going to move up just closer.
And he can consolidate 3 inches towards the nearest enemy, which will be one of the park walls. Either this guy or that guy. And so since he's in that tight corridor, really is about equidistant. So.
Yeah. Okay, and so no, you don't have anyone in combat.
No.
And this guy was in combat, but the guy who was fighting is gone, so I don't have anyone in combat.
Right.
And so now we go to the morale phase.
Right. And do note that means this guy has his first round down, bumping into the column. All right. So it goes to the morale phase. First off, it would be the whole morale thingy. If more than half of the models in your kill team are currently out of action or taking flesh wounds, and 2.
We're good. Okay, guys, we're back. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. OSB just completely closed out on us, and sometimes that happens. It hadn't happened to us actually in a couple of months. We've had a crash, so sorry about that. I blame No Moking because it's his first night here, and I think it's pretty much his fault. I was actually getting ready to answer his question, but Larry was explaining how the morale works.
Right. So if you had currently if all models in the kill team are shaken or out of action, it's automatically broken. Otherwise, if more than half of the models in your kill team are currently have flesh wounds or out of action, then you would roll 2d6, and you're looking to get under the highest leadership left on the board.
Okay.
So if you had your leader taken out or somebody taken out, then you would roll whoever has the highest and try to roll under like the old school leadership tests.
Okay.
And then you find out if they're broken. If they're not broken, then you go on to nerve tests for all the people who have flesh wounds.
Okay. And if they are broken, what happens?
If they're broken, then then basically they get another -1 modifier for the entire warband does or kill team does.
Okay.
For the rest of the game. It's not like it used to be where you bottled and automatically left. Now it's basically everybody suffers a -1, and then then you test every turn to see if they're
okay.
If that kind of stuff. If they have the nerve test and whatnot, because if you fail a nerve test, you become shaken, which means you stand there and do nothing. So that basically means that your entire kill team, if you got broken and were unlucky and took your nerve test, then you would be standing there drooling and looking around trying to see what happened.
Gotcha.
So like I said, then it comes down to nerve tests. I have one on Susurax. He has a 7. And one of these days, my mind will remember these things. So I have +1 for each other friendly model that is shaken or is out of action. So I have +2, +3 because +2 for the ones that are out of action, +1 for this one over here to this dice roll. And then I have a -1 if I have somebody that's within 2 inches. But I don't have that, so I'm just at +3 to this roll. So, and a 1 always means you always pass it. It's like insane bravery for the old school stuff. So it's 7, and then the dice roll is +1 or +2. Sorry, no,
Okay.
I'm sorry, +3 because 2 out and 1 with a flesh wound. So it's 3. So it's 6. So it's still underneath my 7. So that means that he is not shaken. That's Susurax, which is this fellow right here. And then the Poxwalker. Oh yeah, the Poxwalker is dead. So I only had a +2. I was thinking because I saw another dice over. Oh, the dice. No, the dice was for him because he was shaken. That's what it was. All right, so I was actually only at +2 to my dice roll, but either way, I still was underneath my 7, so I'm fine. And I don't have another test to take because you murderized the other fellow that had a flesh wound. So then we go to, I think it goes back and forth, or one person does it and one of the other person does it. I think priority does it first, but it doesn't matter. So just check your, you can check yours, then you can check your nerve test on Slaughter over there.
Okay, so I don't break.
Right, so you're good there.
All right.
So then you go to the nerve test for Slaughter because he has a flesh wound.
And I roll 1 dice.
1 dice, and it's +1 for everybody that has a flesh wound or is out of action.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Then it goes to turn 3.
Turn 3.
And I'm assuming this mission, I forgot to look.
Goes to 5. I believe.
Goes to 5? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So, No Moking had asked the question, do we think that the command points add to the game or not? And I think they do.
Absolutely, because of all the tactics. I mean, you got your basic tactics, like, re-roll this, do that, or add +1 to that, whatever. But where I think they shine is just like in regular 40K, where you have stratagems that make the army feel more like the army. You have tactics for your war bands, like you have some for your Adeptus Astartes as well, that you can use that are specific to that war band.
Yep.
So that gives them their flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, like like I just did in the first turn here, where it's like I spent 2 command points and I got to have a pus explosion back in the face of the guys that hit me. So it makes a very characterful.
Literally some flavor there.
Literally, not very good flavor.
Not very good flavor.
It's kind of horrendous
flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, No Moking, it definitely adds to the game. I mean, it adds to the, especially in kill teams, I feel like it adds to the narrative of all of it. I know there's been some conversation. I've seen it in regular games of 40K where it's like your command points, do they really add to the outcome of the game necessarily? Like, would the game end the same way if you didn't have them versus if you did have them? Maybe not, but at the end of the day, that still gives your character, you said flavor, but it gives character to the armies, especially in bigger games of 40K. I feel like in kill teams, it really drives the narrative of the battle that you're having, you know, and it makes for those moments, you know, like where Sergeant Slaughter got gacked from the backside, and you know, and took a wound, and you know, it gives the Plague Marines their character there, and the same thing, you know, with the Primaris guys. I'm not really good at using command points for anything other than rerolls. Honestly, I'm terrible about that in regular games 40K. I've been the same way in Kill Team. I don't think about them until I need a reroll, and like I don't want to spend them until I need a reroll because I roll horribly, so I need rerolls.
But then you always roll the same number and get upset that you wasted your command point.
Yeah.
So what I tend to do is, that's why I like the cards. That's why I wish they had the individual cards like they do for the Gene Stealer Cult and the Mechanicum and the core set. I wish they had them out for all the different groups. I really want to play some of the other terrain boxes because they have like their own rules.
Right.
But that's an aside point. But having the cards, like your data cards for 40K, helps a lot with that, because then you can go through, well, I can do all these, and then have the ones that you can do out next to the board. It helps you remember to do them. Me, I think they add a lot to 40K. Again, I'm not a tournament player or whatever, so, you know, if they want to min-max it to that point, or say that it's not going to affect anything because it, you know, has a such and such percentage, 0.234556%,
Right.
then whatever, you know, then you might as well be playing Sudoku anyway. But I guarantee you'll remember that time that the Death Guard player spent the command point to make his tank blow up on you.
Yeah.
Or you spend, or the Eldar guy, you know, gets to use his things to infiltrate his guys someplace, you know, because of a command point, or, you know, there's things like that. And then relics, you know, some of the things you can do with relics. I mean, yeah, you may not, they may just be buying extra things, but still, command points, I think, and stratagems, I think, add to armies in 40K just because it gives them flavor.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just, that's my take on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a huge advocate for, you know, actually.
Yeah, for narrative. So yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. So War 2 now.
Well, that's the morale phase. So now it's
we roll
top of 3. Yeah.
I got a 5.
I got a 5.
All right.
Oops, sorry.
I got a 3.
I got a 6.
All right. You really needed to go first here, so.
I did.
So that's good. It might be the game win for you.
I'm going to charge this Poxwalker at him.
Okay.
Would you like to Overwatch or retreat?
No, I'll Overwatch, and I miss.
Okay.
You need 6s to hit when you Overwatch, just like in 40K.
Again, unless you have certain strategies or tactic cards.
Right.
And I don't know, I think like the Tau have one as per usual and stuff like that. They can do that kind of stuff. But, all right, so this guy, and I'm trying to get my big meat hooks in here, but he, Mr. Red Pants, who I painted literally this evening to
you want to leave him in base to base with that thing?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I guess. Well, I couldn't get him under there, so that's the main reason.
I got him there.
All right. This comes off, and this comes off from last time. Yeah, so he is now in hand to hand. He's bumping into the thing and stabbing.
He just has to survive this round, and he's good.
That's true. That's true. But I needed space to get more people.
Right, to get the other guys over there
to pile in. This guy is going to shuffle zombie-like pus, dripping pus over this way.
Okay.
And then this guy, because this one's in the way, it's really hard to surround it. So that's a good thing.
Did he get into hand?
No. I didn't charge him. He's just hugging that, going, "Mommy."
Gotcha.
But if this wasn't here, I could start trying to surround my part of it, and then have a much bigger chance of the pox bomb. That's what it's officially called, the pox bomb.
Pox bomb.
Pox bomb. All right, I'm going to try to charge, and I better mark the other one that charged. I'm going to mark this one that charged so that I know which one gets to attack later on. And I'm going to charge this fellow into Sergeant Slaughter. Would you like to retreat or overwatch with him?
I'll overwatch. Thanks for the follow there, 3 Damn V. I don't know, or Dams.
Okay.
Or Damn 5.
I thought you were cussing or something there.
Well, I don't know. That's what it says. I mess with my Overwatch.
All right. So I got an 11. So I could probably jump down, run over here, jump up, and hit that guy.
Yeah.
But we'll
bring them all around.
We'll probably just we'll probably just go right there, and I'll mark him as having charged.
Thanks for everybody for tuning in. We dropped off there for a minute, but we got a few more viewers and we came back. So I guess the email notification got a few more people's attention. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Real quick, what we're doing, we're playing Kill Team. Obviously, we're playing a mission from World War 40K. WorldWar40K.com is where you can check that out. World War 40K is an online campaign. It's a narrative campaign. It's free to play. It's something that we provide. Dice Head Games provides for the community. We do it free of charge. It's just another way for you to play 40K. It's storyline. It's story driven. You play your games. You report just 2 or 3 simple things to the website. And we take all those results. We put them together, and our storyline writer, Randall Madden, turns around and he writes a story for the next set of missions. We're currently actually in the last chapter, though. Each set of missions is called a chapter. We're currently in the last chapter on the planet of Vastum. And so tonight is our first game on the stream of the final games, in the final chapter for the Battle for Vastum. And Randall wrote us a Kill Team mission. We're playing Kill Teams one more time tonight, and then next week we're back to regular full-scale games of 40K, playing World War 40K missions. So you can check that out, WorldWar40K.com, and we're playing called Endgame. Basically, chaos has infiltrated deep within the cities at this point in the storyline, and now they're trying to blow up and knock out all the power. So this is a power generator, and this node right here is where Larry has to keep one of his models in base-to-base contact with for 2 full battle rounds. When he does that, he counts as have planted a detonation charge, and he blows up the power supply, and that's it. That's game over. Larry wins. Any other result is a win for me. So he currently has this Poxwalker that only has to survive this one more turn. If he does, it's gonna set that detonation charge off, and it's gonna be game over, man.
Well, all the Poxwalkers have bombs in them.
That's true.
It's just a matter of when they go off. So that's what really is happening here.
Yeah, that's what's
They're not planting bombs. They are the bombs.
Good.
I mean, we saw the one explode on Sergeant Slaughter there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, nasty.
just to catch you up,
Nasty.
besides the 2 that charged, these 3, or this guy just sidled up. These 3 advanced. Actually, I'm sorry. These 2 advanced. These just sidled up.
Okay.
Chaklagor decided to advance across the wall and over here, so he ran over to the side of the building there to kind of in case he needed to go up there and power fist somebody in the face. This guy advanced. He can still fire though because he has an assault weapon, so it's just like 40K.
Okay.
I can fire with it, but it'll be at -1, so I'll be at minus like 3, so I'll need 6s. But I got a little closer so that I have a little bit better. Well, actually, I'll probably still won't be at 5 because I'll be at closer half range.
Yeah.
So. It's a give or take. I moved him up just to be a threat to your fellows over there standing.
And what about this guy? Were you going to charge him?
I'm going to try to attempt to charge. I'm going to attempt to charge both of these guys because if I don't, then it'll be a case of
both of these guys.
Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, it'll mean I can't come within 1 without the other getting a free hit and so forth. So I kept forgetting to do that with my chickens before. So I want to make sure that I'm doing this with Susurax here. He's the combat specialist. That's why he has the big bubotic axe.
Okay.
Bubotic. I just like saying bubotic. All right. So they're both. Well, this guy is not engaged, so he can fire Overwatch. Slaughter has been engaged, but that guy has not.
Yeah, so Overwatch, need a 6, nothing. All right, go ahead.
All right, so we're going to see, because I have to go 3 up, and technically in the rules, when you climb, if you get to right here, you're right here.
Okay.
Yeah, but so basically he's going to be King Konging off the edge and Xing people if he doesn't get all the way into whatever. So I got a 6, 7, 8.
All right.
So I'm pretty sure I got it. So we're gonna put him right here, but he's pretty much gonna be he would effectively be in the walls, hammering both of them with the big axe. But we're going to put him there so we don't drop our
So
models.
we don't drop the model.
Yeah.
I haven't really got to look at this guy. Looks sweet, man. For a nasty old guy.
I've always thought that guy looked like a Nurgle figure.
Yeah.
So I had one spare. I did one up for my Emperor's Children, and I did one up for them. I was like, yeah.
Here you go. He'll hang out there.
There you go. Excellent. All right. He's looking the wrong way. It's okay.
Right.
The Nurgling in his pocket is looking the right way. All right. So, all right. Well, that'd be all of my.
Design bomb.
Yeah. I'm just saying. All right. So that is all my movement. So it goes to yours, sir. You may do as you see fit. What are you sniggering?
So, No Moki says that he's pretty sure the Poxwalker planted a bomb in his guts because he's watching this from the toilet right now.
Yep, there you go.
And he says he's in his educational posture, learning.
Pretty much what this guy is going to be doing on the heads of these two Marines.
Chaklagor Bloodbeard likes power fisting faces. So,
Yes. Chaklagor Plaguebeard is actually very much into he's got a big three skull power fist.
Yeah. All right. So where are we at now? I'm sorry. I get distracted. I get to move now.
You do.
I get to move now.
Or you can nod. It's up to you. You could just stand there.
I'm going to attempt to charge this fella. Well, no, because they don't have to go up and all that. No, I'm not going to charge him.
Does the grappling hook work on a charge?
Well, yeah, but I think so, but they're all in hand to hand already. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna once again, man. I'm just gonna set these guys about carrying ready, all three of them, take some shots.
And I just wanted it to be known that I didn't know what this mission was before today.
Yeah, it's true.
I just didn't bring exploding poxwalkers for no reason. They were there to be annoying in the first place. Not really annoying with being bombed.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's working out, man. Okay, so that's it for my movement. So now we go to your psychic phase, which there is none.
There is none.
And mine, which there is none.
That's right. So
now your combat phase, man, hand to hand.
All right. So we we go to the shooting phase.
Shooting phase. I'm sorry.
I mean, unless you just want to skip over, I'll let you.
No, I would so, I don't know, man. I haven't done anything in the shooting phase.
So I have a ready guy, so I get to fire him first.
Okay.
He'll fire where he's been firing over there at unnamed soldier number 1.
Right there. All right.
I'm -1 because it's over half, and -1 because it's obscured. So I'm -2, so I'm hitting on 5.
All right.
Bring it on, Dr. Cole. And remember, we both have two
more. Yeah.
Two things back. All right.
Two more command points.
Did not hit.
Okay.
I'm not going to spend a command point, but he has discharged his shot. It's all that pus in the eye.
Yeah. This unnamed intercessor is going to shoot there.
All right.
2 shots, needing 4s because he's obscured. Got 1.
Gotcha.
And no wounds.
Excellent.
All right, you're next ready.
I'm definitely relying on my toughness to save that. I do not have any more ready.
So we're going to go to.
He has to survive that shooting.
We're going to go to Sergeant Crawl there. 2 shots, same guy. He misses both times.
Excellent.
And I'm going to use a reroll here.
Okay.
And that is actually a hit. And a wound. -1 to that fella.
All right. So it's -1, so I need a 4 there. I got a 4.
Okay. And then my next readied guy is just he's gonna take shots. Yeah, same guy.
Okay.
So,
Necros Vile.
Yeah. No hits on him. So yeah, I don't know, man, what I need to do. I don't have any luck in the shooting phase in kill teams.
Well,
I don't know. It's hard to hit.
Well, that's the thing is that in a regular game of 40K, like shooting something hard to kill like a plane, it's hard. It makes it phenomenally harder, even though it's it doesn't seem like it should be.
Right.
But I think that's one of the reasons they designed it this way in this game to make it harder, because otherwise it's over in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, really quick.
So and plus it makes it a lot more. I mean, I feel a lot more not stressed, but more, you know, involved and engaged because I'm like, you know, there's a real good chance I can't, you know, whereas normally it's like, well, I got threes, I got whatever, you know.
Right.
You know, in regular 40K, you know, so in this one, it does feel more like it's on a personal level. It's like, you know, there's a lot of things, and taking cover makes a lot more difference and all that kind of stuff. All right, so that's all you're readied, guys, right? All right, so I get to choose the first non-readied. I'm going to fire Necros's Blight launcher into your guys. I'm gonna still put it into the one guy over there that's closest. I believe he is within 12 inches. Yeah, would you say that is accurate?
Yeah, this guy here, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna fire twice at -1 for being for having moved, or I'm sorry, for having advanced. Because normally, because it's an assault weapon, it's an assault 2 weapon.
Sounds good.
So that's the reason I can do that. So it's going to be -1 for that. I'm no longer -1 for long range, but it is -1 for obscure, so I'm still hitting you on the same number, which is 5.
Okay.
And I can't, for the life of me, roll a 5. So I missed both times.
Okay, nope. Misses. Okay. So now we go back to my guys with pistols. If you got charged, can you shoot?
If you got charged, no. If you
charged or got charged, you cannot shoot with your pistols. Okay.
Right.
All right. So I have no more shooting. Then it's all the rest of the shooting is you.
Okay. I don't have anything left because he has already shot because he was ready, and Chaklagor advanced does not have an assault weapon.
Okay.
All right. So then we go to the fight phase.
Yep.
I am going to go with Sussurax, my combat specialist first. I am. Oh, that's gonna suck. I have to make that choice now, don't I? I was thinking about using Gritted Teeth, which was a standard one. It's a point to do it, and it means I ignore my flesh wounds for modifiers in the shooting or the fight phase. But if I do that, then I don't have the supplies if you hit me, you know, with the pus bomb. So I think I'm just going to risk hitting you normally. So he's a combat specialist. He's an expert fighter, so he gets an extra attack. So he normally gets 2 attacks, so he gets 3 attacks. And he normally hits on 3s, but he's hitting on 4s. And I personally think that since he's flying King Kong like on the wall, that you're obscured, so it's going to be another -1 because we're fighting across cover.
Fighting between across cover makes you obscured hand to hand. That's a little different thing in this game. So.
Yeah, so if you're fighting across a wall or things like that, I mean, it's very cool because it represents you being able to stab over cover when you're coming at them and all that kind of stuff. All right, so I need 5s now to hit instead of 3s. And I hit twice. And 1s, it's a bubonic axe. So you can reroll wound rolls of 1 for this weapon, but not hits. Okay. So it is +1 to my strength, so it's just a strength 5. Your toughness is 4, correct?
Correct.
So 3s to wound. And of course, what does it do? It adds up to 3.
2 + 1 is 3.
That's correct. Yeah. So yeah. So
I'm pretty sure that other people loses models when they play Kill Team.
Yeah.
It's not me and you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I lose them, but usually.
Well.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one.
They're only toughness 3. That's why you lost those guys.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I think all the wounds I did to them was actually on 3s. If I'd have needed 4s, they would have.
That's why I need more Plague Marines.
Plague Marines. Yeah.
But the Poxwalkers for this game are actually pretty good. I mean, everything having the disgusting and resilient is nice. I've never gotten to play with that really, so that's another reason I want to build a Death Guard kill team. I don't really want to play the army,
right?
But it's one of those cases where I thought these figures looked really cool.
Yeah, they do.
But I don't want an army of them. So this is a great way to do it because I'll end up with 20 figures, and that's all I'll ever really have to worry with. Right. Go for it.
Okay, so I get to make an attack back now, right?
Well, you get to pick somebody to attack with, yes.
Right,
well,
so
actually, I've got chargers. You don't have chargers, so I'll have to do my chargers first.
Oh, you do all your chargers first.
Yeah, it's just yeah, because that's the same thing that Ruby. Yeah. All right, so but if you had charged, then you would get to if you'd have charged, like you said you were going to charge there, then you would go, then I would go back.
Gotcha.
All right, so the Poxwalker has 2 attacks. We're going to start with the one on Sergeant Slaughter here.
Okay, so we're starting here.
Yeah, because I want to try to kill Sergeant Slaughter. Right. He's a rough dude. All right, so 2 attacks and looking for 5s.
Okay.
Oh, yes, sorry. Hey, the Poxwalker finally hit. So it's a 5, strength of 3, toughness 4, so I'm looking for 5s to wound. Come on, 6s. That's not on the board, but it was a 3.
All right.
All right, so this charger has now attacked, so then it would go to you. You don't have one, so then it would come back to me. Now I'll pick this guy over here. Okay. Looking for the same thing, looking for 5s.
These guys are here.
Got 1 hit, and then I'm looking for 5s again. No. Okay. All right, and then this charge thingy comes off. Oof. All right.
Goes to me.
Goes to you and your picks.
All right, so Sergeant Slaughter, I'll start with him.
Gonna attack that Poxwalker.
Yeah, he's right back here. Gonna attack that Poxwalker.
Okay. Not Sussrags? Are you banning Sussrags?
Needing 3s, and he needs 3s again. 2 wounds, man.
All right. I take them, so I'm gonna spend my 2 points, and we're gonna have some putrid splatter. Sergeant Slaughter takes a mortal wound.
All right.
All right.
So now that's his last wound.
Right. So now I would get an injury roll.
Okay.
And again, internet and book, whatever, controlling player, but where's the fun in that? So he just takes a flesh wound.
He has a flesh wound.
But yes, little Poxwalker. All right, so now I roll to see if I ignore the wound on the Poxwalker. I do not. So you get to make an injury roll on my guy.
4.
All right, so he goes out of action. But he left you a present.
He did leave me a present. That's the second time I've got splashed with this filth.
Yeah, that's right.
Filth and muck. All right.
Think if I had more command points.
All right. So now you don't have anyone else in hand-to-hand that you've not attacked with, correct?
No, it's all you. So you go to your next 2 over there.
So now the unnamed Reaver is going to fight.
There's a lot of unnamed Reavers.
There are.
I thought that was Brother Vinkman.
It is Vinkman. Yeah, he actually earned the name, Brother Vinkman. Thanks to Moses. 350. That's going to be 3 hits for him, man.
And this is on Sussrax?
On Sussrax.
All right.
And I need 5s. Oh, 2 wounds. Nice.
All right.
Nice going there,
Too bad I don't have another putrid splatter. All right, so it's minus anything?
No.
All right, so 3 up armor save. Save both of them.
It was worth a try.
Yes. He is not a Poxwalker.
All right. So now we're going to go to the one that really matters, because if I don't kill that Poxwalker, then that's it. So here we go. So again, the mission tonight was Larry had to get to this node on the power grid. He had to stay in base to base with it for 2 full battle rounds. And so far, this Poxwalker has been in base to base for 1 round. And this will be his 2nd round if I don't kill him. He got there last time, I couldn't get to him. So I've got 3 attacks. 3 attacks to do it. 1 command point remaining. I'm going to take my 2 hits.
Okay.
And I need 3s. All right, so there's 1 wound. I'm going to use my reroll.
Okay.
For the other wound. So that's 2 wounds.
All right. Looking for 2 5 or betters for disgusting and resilient because I don't get an armor save.
Okay.
Nope. Got a 4.
All right. And then I make 1 roll.
1 roll, yes.
To see if he stays in the game or not. This is where I should save my reroll for. A 1.
All right. So he has a flesh wound.
All right.
Now, but he's about to have more than a flesh wound.
Yeah.
He's about to explode.
Everybody is about to explode.
Does that mean everybody takes a mortal wound because of splatter?
I think so. So, all right. So at this point, man, that's so we'll finish out the turn here, right? Because it's supposed to go the full battle round. So we'll finish out the turn. What else do we have? Is that it?
So it's just a matter of touching. So if he was to be shaken, because there's a chance he could be shaken if he can't do anything. It just means 2 full turns.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if there was any special thing like that or not. Okay.
So we go to, just for the sake of going through the motions, so everybody can see how it plays out, we're going to the morale phase now.
Okay.
Do Do you have to make a break test for your kill team?
I have 4 now.
4 out of...
Well, 3 out and 1 flesh wounded.
Out of 11 people?
Well, I had
10
8,
people.
9, 10, 11, 12
yeah.
people.
So you're good.
So I'm
you have
good.
to make that.
Okay.
It's half or more, right?
Right.
Okay. So you don't have to make that. So now you just make your nerve check for the guy with 1 wound.
He will have a nerve check, so he is +3 right now because of 3 people out of action to this roll.
Okay.
And I have a 7 leadership. So 3 +3 is 6. That's still under his 7. So.
All right.
And I forgot Death to the False Emperor.
I have not lost anybody, but I do have 1 guy down. So he's got to make his check. He rolled a 1. He's good.
Insane bravery, basically.
Yep. And so I'm going to get over here with the camera so we can see exactly who is responsible for all the nonsense. So, again, guys, we were
Captain
playing...
Maggot Pants.
Captain Maggot Pants. That's him right there.
He's now got a name.
We were playing Chapter 13 from World War 40K End Game. We were playing the Kill Team mission End Game. You can check it out at worldwar40k.com for the mission, guys. And this is the end game. Larry kept, what'd you call him? Maggot Pants?
Captain Maggot Pants.
Captain Maggot Pants in base-to-base contact with this particular power node for 2 battle rounds.
And he exploded.
And he exploded, and the power generated has exploded. And I'm guessing that everybody here takes mortal wounds, and they explode, and there's lots of puffs and explosion and electricity, and I don't know. Anyway, that's it, man. That's game over for and a win for the forces of chaos.
And I'd like to point out, despite being ostracized by Moses Tree Fitty.
Yeah, you still won. You still won.
And that's because he went against his death guard that he's been painting, because he's been showing me some really good pictures of his death guard. So I just want to point that out.
That's what's up.
Just want to point that out.
That's what's up.
And also, I'd like to think that they don't necessarily die in this explosion. I just think that this tower starts, arcing, and they're like, get out of there!
Right.
And they start doing the whole Hollywood run, and the explosion catapults them forward. That's how I envision it.
Okay.
I mean, Sergeant Slaughter, man. He just didn't blow
Sergeant
up.
Slaughterman. I like that name.
That's right.
He's Sergeant Slaughterman.
And Chaklagor Plaguebeard, being the smart guy he is, just has all the other Poxwalkers jump in front of him, so they take the brunt of it, and he runs away.
Well, I mean, that's what.
See,
that's what he does. So that's I was listening to some guys play Kill Team here this past week, and they said, why would you want to throw your leader out in the middle of everything? Like, that's kind of his point in the Kill Team, is to stand back and say, hey, you can do this, and you want to keep him alive, because if he dies, you lose that command point. So.
Well, I don't like to keep him all the way back. I do keep him well protected, but I also, if I thought he was going to be in trouble, I have a thing called Cloud of Flies, where you can't shoot at him unless he's the closest model.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
But heroes, I think, should be heroes. I mean, you don't get a name and not be a hero.
Yeah, that's true.
If other people want to, metagame it and that kind of stuff, that's fine. That's their choice, if that's how they do it.
All right, well, I'm going to put us both back on camera for the handshake here, and we'll talk a little bit. Good game, man.
Good game, sir.
All right. It was fun, guys. Again, Kill Team, a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun with this for the last few weeks. We're going to go back to a normal 40K next week, and I'm going to try to get my Gene Stiller's cults finished painted up. I'm like 3 or 4 models away, so we can I can play with those guys finally. And I don't know what Larry's going to be bringing. We usually don't talk about it, honestly, until the day of, and we just kind of go with it. That way it stays kind of secret.
And even when we do know, we just don't answer Painter and other people.
That's true. Yeah, people ask, and we're just like, you got to tune into the Twitch channel to find out.
Well, that's part of the thing.
So
same bad time, same bad channel.
That's right. Hey, thank you guys for watching tonight. No moking. It's good to hang out with you. We'll see you soon, hopefully, man. Thank you guys. We appreciate you all. Hit that follow button before we're done this evening. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in to Dicehead TV.